evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, December the 18th, 2012. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Chip Ramsey with a Saturday Independent newspaper. In tonight's news, prosecutors will await a court-ordered mental evaluation before deciding to seek the death penalty for a man charged in connection with the rape and murder of a nursing student. A new poll shows that few Tennesseans favor a secession petition that would remove the volunteer state from the Union, and gasoline prices across southern Middle Tennessee have slipped below the $3 mark at most locations. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Jay Gregory invites you to spend part of your holiday season in Bell Buckle this year. The merchants at Southern Charm make gift buying easy, offering Jay Jordan's quality clothing and other designer fashions, pad rags, silly cow chocolate, shabby chic homemade distressed furniture, antiques, jellies, jams, and a gourmet food line from the world-famous Bell Buckle Cafe. And speaking of the Bell Buckle Cafe, make sure you stop by and enjoy some of Tennessee's best home-style cooking. If over some pork or a great dessert, you think of your upcoming event, go see Martha at the Bell Buckle Banquet and Recital Hall. Wedding, banquet, company party, business meeting, or just a group of friends getting together to have some fun. Martha can help you set a menu, decide on decorations, and ensure your event is successfully delivered in a big town way with small town charm. Jay Gregory has given you an invitation, so visit Southern Charm, the Bell Buckle Cafe, and the Bell Buckle Banquet Hall this holiday season. Visit Bell Buckle. Give yourself a gift.
Tullahoma Drug has a gift for keeping well. You know about prescriptions, but there's so much more to tell. There's a gift for all occasions, for body, soul, and mind. Cards to show you care, gifts to show your kind. There are remedies and recipes and treats, you'll want to eat them. Stacks of books from famous cooks and spectacles to read them. Shades and frames, puzzles, games, dishes, plates, and mugs. We're a Tullahoma treasure. We are Tullahoma Drug.
On Christmas, we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. He is the ultimate gift, our Savior. We wish that everybody would have a blessed day and enjoy His love and peace. Yep.
We thank you for your continued support, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and God bless.
And they saw a star. Of all that attention, all you wanted was...
Hello, this is J.D. Oliver from the Smokehouse on Mount Eagle Mountain. Me and my sisters Nancy and Betsy would like to thank you all for your continued support. This year we're celebrating our 50-year anniversary at the Smokehouse. In conjunction with our 50-year celebration, we are bringing Music on the Mountain every Saturday night at 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. featuring the best of Nashville. We have had some wonderful singers, hit songwriters, and Nashville's rising stars have taken the stage. Come out this Saturday night and every Saturday night through the end of the year. Make it a date night or bring the whole family. Help us celebrate 50 years in the community. Music on the Mountain is free every Saturday night at Jim Oliver's Smokehouse.
Hey, this is Sean Mayer. I'd like to invite everybody out to the Smokehouse every Saturday night for great music and awesome food.
Thank you very much, y'all.
Welcome back. Franklin County Prosecutor Mike Taylor says he will await a court-ordered mental evaluation before deciding whether to seek the death penalty for a Tullahoma man charged in connection with the brutal rape and murder of a nursing student. Donnie Frank Jones Jr., age 37, is charged with the July death of Tullahoma nursing student Megan Sharpton. Jones was arrested at his Bel Air Drive home last month on unrelated weapons charges. He has pleaded not guilty to charges of first-degree murder, especially aggravated kidnapping and aggravated rape. Sharpton's burning body was found by a passing motorist near the Awalt Bridge across Thames Ford Lake July the 2nd. Her car was found in Bedford County later the same day. Investigators say Sharpton worked with Jones's wife. DA Mike Taylor says that he will also talk to the victim's family before making a death penalty decision. Jones is being held in the Franklin County Jail without bond. His next court appearance is set for January.
Republican Governor Bill Haslam enjoys strong support from most Tennesseans, regardless of their party affiliation. A poll released recently by Nashville's Vanderbilt University says that Haslam has overall approval ratings of 68% statewide. 81% of those saying they are Republicans favor Haslam, but he also gets high marks from about 60% of Democrats and 62% of independents. Haslam is backed by 79% of those identifying with the Tea Party movement. The Republican-dominated General Assembly has a statewide approval rating of 52%. Tea Party members give the group a 70% approval rating, followed by Republicans with 67% support. Support among independents drops to 49%, followed by Democrats with 44%. The survey conducted from November 27th through December 9th has a margin error of plus or minus 4.3%.
Tennessee Attorney General Bob Cooper says the state will receive $1.1 million for participating in a multi-state agreement with drug maker Pfizer, Inc. over promotion of its products Zyvox and Lyrica. Tennessee is receiving part of a $42.9 million agreement between Pfizer and 32 states and the District of Columbia. The states claim that Pfizer used unfair and deceptive practices in promoting Zyvox, an antibacterial agent, and also Lyrica, which is used to treat fibromyalgia. Under the settlements, Pfizer does not admit wrongdoing, but says it will change how it markets Zyvox and Lyrica.
While it is a popular internet topic, few Tennesseans actually favor a secession petition that would remove the volunteer state from the Union. 90% of nearly 900 Tennesseans surveyed by a poll sponsored by Nashville's Vanderbilt University say they oppose any move to break away. Only 7% of those responding say that Tennessee should become an independent country. Internet-driven secession petitions flourished last month following the re-election of President Barack Obama. As of yesterday, almost 32,000 Tennesseans had signed an online petition to ask the White House to ask Obama to peacefully grant Tennessee the right to withdraw from the Union. The survey also reveals many are soft-headed when it comes to the opinion about the role of the Tennessee Valley Authority. 54% of those questioned say they didn't know enough about the nearly 80-year-old federal utility to form an opinion about it. TVA provides wholesale electricity to consumers in 7 southeastern states. It also manages river systems in the Tennessee Valley and promotes conservation and flood control and operates 3 nuclear generating plants.
Gasoline prices across southern Middle Tennessee have slipped below the $3 mark at most locations. Some convenience stores are offering a gallon of regular fuel for $2.95 or less. That's down sharply from gas prices threatening to hit $4 a gallon earlier this year. AAA says the national average for the regular fuel dipped to $3.15 yesterday. The University of Tennessee Chattanooga economics professor Ziad Keelani says the drop reflects both seasonal and global trends. He says worldwide demand for oil remains flat while supplies are surging. He says newer vehicles also offer much better fuel economy, further reducing the growth in demand.
We'll be right back with more Newsleader on 6. Stay tuned.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, everyone, and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
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 Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. From our family to your family. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Mark, you've won just about everything there is to win in racing. What's next?
I'd like more people to know about ER Extra.
The emergency room at Harton Regional Medical Center?
I just want them to get the best care they can get.
That just gets me right here, Mark.
Maybe you'd like to pay them a visit.
ER Extra at Harton Regional Medical Center.
ER Extra. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Hello, I'm Jim Woodard from Woodard's Diamond Showroom. Some think that since we're a single store operation, we don't have the buying power of the mega chain or department stores. Woodard's is a part of the Master IJO Jewelers, the world's largest jewelry buying group. This gives us the power of $800 million in sales. You get the best of both worlds, the buying power of a major with the customer service of a hometown jeweler. Woodard's Diamond Showroom inside Northgate Mall of Tullahoma.
It's nice to see familiar faces while enjoying great Sears low prices at your locally owned and operated Sears hometown store in Tullahoma and Shelbyville. Mike and his crew are a premier dealer where you'll find great Sears quality and availability at the lowest prices guaranteed. Featuring Craftsman tools with Sears' famous lifetime warranty, Craftsman lawn and garden equipment, 10 major appliance brands featuring Kenmore, Electrolux and Whirlpool, Sealy bedding, Kenmore and Dyson vacuums, Nordic Track and Soul Fitness equipment. And if it's not on our shelves, it's available online at Sears.com with free shipping to either location. Sears Hometown Store in Tullahoma and Shelbyville. We're right in your neighborhood.
Welcome back. Mayor Lane Curley stopped by our office last Friday to give us a summary of the most recent city board meeting. Let's watch.
Well, I'm pleased to be here today to talk about the city council meeting that was held last Monday. It was a pretty routine meeting, but we did make a couple of important appointments that evening. Jennifer Almacher, who has been serving in the Planning and Codes Department for the past 13 years and has sort of worked her way up in the organization and has been serving as interim Director of Planning and Codes for the past 6 months, based on the recommendation of City Administrator Jody Baltz, was appointed the Planning and Codes Director. So we're very proud of Jennifer and the work that she's been doing for the past 13 years, particularly the past 6 months as interim director. So it turns out that department heads of city government, based on the recommendation of the city administrator, must be approved by the city council. So we were pleased to do so, and the motion passed unanimously. We're also reappointed Mark Shemp to the to the Planning and Zoning Board, and so we're pleased that Mark has agreed to accept that appointment. The other item of business came out of Parks and Recreation Department. Many people have heard me say over the past year or so that we want to make Tullahoma more attractive to young families. We understand that when people graduate from high school, sometimes they want to move away to work, sometimes they want to move away to go to school, continue their education, but we want them to move back to Tullahoma when it's time to raise their families. If we can have a community attractive to more young families, it makes Tullahoma more vibrant, it makes Tullahoma more entrepreneurial. So anyway, we announced that we sort of listened to what these young families want, and so we will be introducing to the community an 18-hole, what's called disc golf. It will be located on about 20 acres adjacent to East Middle School on land the city currently owns. And so in April we hope to have it finished, and I've never played disc golf, but I know many people that do. This will be a very, very nice facility. And as I mentioned, I have 18 holes, and you basically use a frisbee and you use a basket to catch the frisbee, and the holes are typically 300 or 400 feet from what they call the tee, and it's really good for all ages. It's good exercise, it's good a good use of the land. So Parks and Rec, I'm pleased and proud that they introduced this to Tullahoma. This will be really the nicest one in at least southern Middle Tennessee. So we hope to use this, and I fully recognize, as I said on Monday night, that this is not going to attract young families in and of itself, but it's a piece of the kinds of things that we're doing to be more attractive to young families. So that's just a brief summary of the City Council meeting held on Monday evening. Thank you.
Our Newsleader on 6 co-producer Pam Spencer got a surprise after filming the previous segment when at the conclusion, Mayor Curley said he wanted to make another unscheduled announcement. Let's watch.
One of the things that I enjoy most as mayor is the recognition of achievement. And I think it's important that we recognize at this time someone that is worthy of recognition. And I would like to read this at this time. This is a certificate of recognition presented to Pam Spencer. On behalf of the 18,655 citizens that call Tullahoma home, and by the authority vested in me as mayor of Tullahoma, I now therefore proclaim, in recognition of the blank anniversary of her birth, Friday, December the 14th, 2012, as Pam Spencer Day in Tullahoma, and urge and beseech all citizens to recognize the same with raucous celebration in the street. So, Congratulations to Pam, and we wish, on behalf of all citizens of Tullahoma, happy birthday.
Stay with us. We'll be right back in just a moment.
The holiday season is upon us, and for all of your banking needs, look no further than Citizens Tri-County Bank.
All of us at Citizens Tri-County Bank want to wish you and your families a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need. Welcome to Camino Real, home of the area's most authentic Mexican food. Expect quality service in a friendly environment that features the only truly authentic Mexican food in the area, with favorites like tacos, fajitas, enchiladas, burritos, tostadas, freshly made guacamole, and Mexican rice, all made from scratch using homemade Mexican recipes and only the freshest ingredients. Come and enjoy a meal at Camino Real with the great food, friendly service, and warm atmosphere of Old Mexico.
Welcome back. A parade of experts, sometimes with conflicting views, appeared before the Tennessee State Funding Board last Friday to provide information to board officials on how they will estimate how much money the state will bring in from taxes to spend in the 2013-2014 fiscal year on programs ranging from prisons to road building to health and social services. TNReports.com spoke with the state comptroller, Justin Wilson. Let's watch.
It's important to realize that this is a revenue estimating process, and it's just as important that we are that we hit the right number. It's just we take money away from the people, so we don't want to be too low because it's your money we spend, and we don't want to be too high because you don't want to spend money you don't have or to commit to spend money that you don't have. So our real trick is to try to figure out exactly how much revenue the state of Tennessee will have and be able to spend.
How difficult is that? I mean, that sounds, again, to someone who is not in that financial world.
It is extraordinarily difficult because we've heard a variety of estimates and a variety of views, and they differ, and there are a lot of unknowns. And our best guess is to give a range to the governor and to the General Assembly of what we believe would be appropriate and responsible to budget, not too high nor too low.
How have you done in past years coming up with that range?
Well, each year we come up with a range, and some years we've been extraordinarily accurate. I believe 2 years ago we were so close it was unbelievable. It's 4/100ths of 1%, which is $40 out of $10,000. I mean, it's unbelievably close. Other years we've been varied because there are so many variables. But in each case, while I've been comptroller, we've been able to come up with a range that the governor has been able to operate successfully and deliver the services to the people that they deserve.
Are there any trends or data in particular that was troubling based on what you saw?
Well, of course, you always look at all the data, and it'd be improper for me to talk about any specific matters until the funding board itself comes to a conclusion. This is a consensus process, and I don't really want to have my opinions expressed on the data. It was very interesting and very challenging to absorb.
As one would expect, churches and civic organizations everywhere are celebrating the Christmas season. Let's watch this performance by the Manchester Rotary Civic Choir.
don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Tullahoma Police Chief Paul Blackwell, who will speak to us about winter driving safety. Jay Gregory and Valerie Smith from the Bell Buckle Cafe will stop by to tell us about the activities coming over at the Bell Buckle Cafe over the next few weeks. And we'll have some video from last week's Old Town Stroll in Tullahoma. All that and more on this week's Living Show. We'll be right back with more Newsleader on 6. Stay tuned.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do,
Everyday miracles at Life Care Centers of America.
We're losing it, doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Lady Wildcats found their fourth quarter mojo Friday night at Smyrna and pulled away with a 55-46 win after trailing by 9 points at the half and by 1 at the close of the third quarter. Coach Dale Ossip's squad responded with a 24-point final period. It was a stark turnaround from a November 27th contest between the two teams in Tullahoma when Smyrna took a 1-point lead into the final quarter and parlayed that into an 8-point victory. The Lady Cats' two leading scorers for the season, Kentoria Alexander and Aaron Lane, came to life in the second half with 12 and 14 points respectively after going scoreless in the first half. In post-game radio comments with broadcaster Scott Chastain, also pointed to the consistent efforts of junior Deja Morris, who also had 12 points, along with a strong defensive effort. Katie Lett and Anastasia Wellington scored 5 apiece, and Kayla Bland and Ashley McDonald added 4 apiece. The Lady Cats carry a 6-5 record into another non-district contest at Warren County tonight.
The Tullahoma Wildcats took head coach Tim Behrendorf on an emotional roller coaster Friday night in Smyrna before finally sending him home with a smile after a 66-65 win. The Cats came out clicking on all cylinders and built a 32-10 lead midway through the second quarter. Late in the fourth quarter, that lead had completely evaporated as the Bulldogs tied it 60-all. They went on to lead, and it looked like an improbable comeback was complete. With 14 seconds left, however, Dre Braston hit a three-pointer to cut it 64-63. After Smyrna hit one of 2 free throws to make the lead 2, senior Markel Hickerson was fouled while attempting a three-pointer with 3 seconds left. Hickerson calmly nailed all 3 free throws, and the Wildcats escaped with their 3rd straight win to improve their season record to 4-7. Hickerson led the scoring with 26 points. Tyler Fishback had 15. Van Williams scored 9. Justin Hill had 6. Dre Braston added 5. Joseph London and Zane Price had 2 apiece, and Dalton Cox scored 1. We'll be right back with your weather forecast after these messages.
Are you looking for a new car dealer that offers no games, no gimmicks, no hassles? Then look no further than Russell Barnett Kia. Keith Barnett here today with my nephew Clay to tell you about the all-new 2012 Kia Optima. Yours today for $21,995 after rebates and incentives. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. No games, no gimmicks, no hassles. My question is, tell them, Clay.
Why buy anywhere else?
Life moves fast, but on the internet, it moves at super speed. Like the awesome video that was posted last night. Today it'll be shared, then adored, then parodied, then overexposed. And by tomorrow morning, rediscovered by a whole new generation of users.
Download faster, upload faster, stream faster, and experience life at the speed of internet with high-speed Charter Internet.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 2006 at 71 degrees. The record low was in 1932 at 3 degrees. Average high on this day is 49 and the average low is 30. For tonight, look for partly cloudy weather with a low of around 37. Partly cloudy weather in the forecast again for Wednesday with a high of 65 and a low of 50. And some rain and wind expected for Thursday with a high of 54 and a low of 30. And Chip, congratulations. Big day for the Saturday Independent yesterday with the grand opening at your new location.
Thank you very much. It was. We finally had a ribbon cutting after 9 years. So,
9 years, okay.
It's something we've been meaning to do for 9 years, and we finally did it. But we had a great crowd, and appreciate the Mayor Pennington and Mayor Norman came out, and Brian French, some other aldermen, Roxanne Patton, had a great crowd from everybody, and just Chamber of Commerce was awesome. And thanks Susie and Margie and everybody up there, and of course our folks at our friends at Fantasy Radio were on hand too. So it was fun. We had a good time.
All right. After 9 years.
Oh wait, I need to thank my mother and my mother-in-law too, because they made that food happen. So I would be whipped if I didn't do that.
Be in big trouble if you didn't do that. All right, that is our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great night.